In lesson 7.4, it's the continuation of using common denominators to divide. So we're going to go right into our math journal. So if you would grab your math journal, you don't need your whiteboard for today. We're going to start with page 244. So please open to page 244. It says, for problems 1 through 4, write a number model using a letter for the unknown, what's called the variable. Solve using the strategy of your choice. Show your work. Use multiplication to check your answers. So let's go ahead and begin with number 1. Chase is packing flour in half-pound bags. He has 8 pounds of flour. How many bags can he pack? We're going to take 8 and divide it by halves. So think of this for a minute. If you want to draw a picture, here is 8 bags. We're not taking half of 8, so be careful with that one. We're not multiplying. We're dividing, so half a bag, half a bag. So be careful on that one. It's not multiplying. So how many? Let's go ahead and take and turn 8 into 16 halves, which is what I see over here. Divide that in half. That means 16 divided by 1 equals 16 bags. That's what my picture shows. So to check my work, I'll take the 16 bags and then do the opposite, since I am solving now that I have the answer, times 1/2. 16 halves. How many 2's are there in 16? There's 8. And what did I start with? 8 pounds of flour. Number 2, Regina has 1/4 a watermelon. If she and 2 friends share it equally, so there's 3 of them, what portion of the whole watermelon will each person get? So we're only starting with 1/4 of a watermelon. So we know that our answer, if we're dividing only 1/4 of a watermelon, is going to be a fraction. So we're going to divide that by 3 people. Let's go ahead and keep 1/4. We're going to change 3 into a fraction. We want to keep fourths the same. Multiply by 3. 12/4 is the same as 3 whole. So then I just I divide 1 divided by 12 is 1/12. If I had one person and had to divide my Hershey bar among 12 people, I would only get 1/12 of it. I wouldn't get a whole candy bar. I'm only starting with 1 and dividing into 12 pieces. So they each will get 1/12 of the watermelon. Now I'll take that 1/12 and multiply it by 3 to check my work. 3 12s, remember when I'm multiplying, 3 12s, if I divide a 3, a common factor out of both, I would get 1/4. 1/4 of the watermelon, 1/4 of the watermelon. Number 3, 4 students are running a relay race that is a half a mile long. 4 students. Each student runs the same distance. How far does each student run? So we're going to take a half a mile divided among 4 runners to see how much they each run. I'm going to change 4 so it has a denominator of 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 halves is the same as 4 whole. So I just go ahead and take 1 divided by 8. If you had 1 slice of pizza and you had to divide that slice of pizza into 8 equal parts, you get 1/8. So they are 1/8 of a mile. If we check that 1/8 per mile times 4 runners, change it into a fraction, you get 4/8, which is the same thing as 1/2. So 1/8 of a mile times 4 runners gives me 4/8, which is the same thing as 1/2. Number 4, a cook baked 5 large pizzas. If he cuts each pizza into eighths, how many slices will he have? Okay, take 5 pizzas and divide them into eighths. So we're going to change 5 into a fraction. But remember, that fraction needs to have eighths. So we already have eighths there. We don't have to change it. What would I have to put on the top so I get 5 whole pizzas? 8 slices times 5 pizzas is 40 pieces altogether. So 40 divided by 1 is 40. So the answer is 40 slices. If I check that, take 40 slices divided by, or excuse me, multiplied by 1/8. Let me change that there. Times 1/8 gives me 40/8, and 8 goes into 45 times. 5 full pizzas. If I take those 40 slices and put them together, every 8 slices creates a whole pizza. For problems 5 through 6, write a number story that can be modeled by the expression, then solve. So we have 3 divided by 1/4. So let's say Steph has 3 pans of lasagna. She wants to cut each pan into, and I look up here, into fourths. Into fourths. How many 1/4 servings will she have? So I'm going to take and divide 3 into 1/4. If you want to draw a picture, if that helps you, you sure can. Each pan of lasagna is going to be cut into fourths. How many slices or pieces would that be? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 servings. Let me show you how that works. If we divide it by fourths, we have to change this. Whoops. Start this again. We're going to divide it by fourths. So I want my denominator to be 4. And I have 3 pans. 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 fourths is the same as 3 wholes. So then I just say take 12 divided by 1 is 12. Notice I didn't multiply my denominators. It's not multiplication. My pans are still in fourths. They didn't become 16ths. So be careful with that one. 1/3 divided by 4. What if Steph has 1/3 of a pan of lasagna she wants to share it with 3 family members and herself. How much will each person get? So if you think about it, our answer has to be less than 1/3. Our denominator has to get smaller. If I only have 1/3 of pan of lasagna and I have to divide it, my denominator, the number of pieces, is going to get bigger, right? So instead of thirds, it might become sixths or twelfths. So let's go ahead. Again, I could draw a picture. She only has 1/3 of a pan, and she has to divide that 4 ways. So now all of a sudden she has 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, and 4/12. She now has enough for each person. How much will each person get? They will get 1/12 of a serving. Actually, it's less than a serving. So here's what I did. I took 1/3 and divided it by 4. Now I changed 4 so that I had a denominator of 3. 3 times 4 would be 12. 12/3 is the same as 4 wholes. Now I just divide. 1 divided by 12 gives me 1/12. It still was in thirds. That hasn't changed. 1/12. We'll continue to work on this because this is a new skill for us.